Meet Gather Chunks. This is a chunk locked account, and my starting chunk will be the Lumbridge Castle chunk. I am starting this journey on a fresh level 3 account. To unlock new chunks and explore new areas, I need to obtain items on the collection log. My goal is to unlock Runescape one chunk at a time with an end goal of the trimmed achievement diary cape. Welcome to Logging Chunks. So I have an ambitious goal this episode, and that is to get to 50 collection log items, aka 50 chunk unlocks. Now, if I had to guess, it's going to cost me over 3 mil GP to get that. And as you can see right now, we're 10% of the way there essentially. So what I'm going to do is focus on a lot of money making methods in this episode, while also making some pretty good progress towards those chunks and just general progress as usual. But we've been farming on the side. Yeah, we're up quite a lot in the farming department. Here's the fruits of all of our labor. Let's take it out, price check that. So 475,000 coins, and this has been maybe 2 days of farming, 2 IRL days that is. I want to utilize something that nobody uses, that's been on the collection log since it's first come out, and that is creature creation. Now, it's locked behind the Tower of Life quest, and most people do it on Ironmen for their spider eggs, red spider eggs, or maybe something else that I'm forgetting, but mainly red spider eggs, the spidings. But what most people don't do it for is the collection log items you can get from it. There is a total of 7 collection log items locked behind the various creatures you can create, and all it takes is the Tower of Life quest, which I'm like 90% sure it's only going to take us the one singular chunk in Ardougne, this one right here. Oh, there's 44 farming, by the way, but only right here. The only problem is getting there. So I was thinking I could either go here to this dock right here from Remington, or I could take the Port Khazard, both of which are going to be one chunk away regardless. So I think I'm going to go with the Remington way. This is going to take me 2 chunks, but I'm going to need this chunk for a house portal anyways, and this chunk I believe I'm going to need for Dragon Slayer, along with Biohazard and maybe another quest or 2, and I think we get the Bob Ross NPC, which is a pretty cool NPC, you've got to look at him. So let's start working towards the creature creation, and there is all the fruits of our labor sold for 509,000 coins, wow. Yeah, farming is huge for the account for money making, as an hour's worth of work, not even for 500k, it's super easy. So what I'm going to do for money is actually do unpowered orbs, 76 coins each, probably 80. Cosmic rune, that is also, well, that's closer to 100, but still that's about 180 so far. So that, you turn it into a earth orb, because that's the current mage level I have. These are selling for about 9, call it 920. So that's going to be quite a good profit, about 750 GP-ish profit per one I make. I don't know how much I can make per hour, so I'm going to go test it. Alrighty, so the hour is up. We ended up making 537. It could have been one more inventory, but I decided to just go ahead and come with a GE. Now, total input for these was about 220k, and right now, I know we're not going to make very good money just by looking at this. Put them in for this. The insta sell for 489. So what is that? Like 260k? Yeah, 260k per hour for that method. Wow, you get Mage XP. I got 2 Mage levels. It's not great XP per hour. Talking maybe 40k max per hour Mage experience and 200k GP profit. Not very good. I'll give that maybe a 5 out of 10. Your money's really going to be made making the air orbs. So we just finished up a quick session of crafting. We got ourselves 500 burning amulets. So let's go sell these, see how much we get, and let's talk through some goals. We have 1.7 mil now. If we check, we did 500 burning amulets. This was by far the better moneymaker. I also did 500 of the bracelets of slaughter, which those didn't do as good. I think that's dropped a little in price. I believe that is now roughly 300k GP per hour, but the burning amulets is definitely over 400k GP per hour. Super nice. So let's go to the chunk picker and let's see exactly what we need to do. Here is actually all of our chunks. So this is what we're working with currently. We have a total of 36 at the moment. So earlier I had mentioned I want to start working my way towards Ardougne, making the Ardougne push, which I think is going to be super beneficial both now and later on for the entire account. The best way I see to get to Ardougne is by using this dock right here. Now this takes you to here at the Remington area, but to get there we need 2 chunks. And then once we get here, that's a 3rd chunk. And then to get to Creature Creation Tower of Life quest, we need this chunk, totaling, I believe I just mentioned 4. So we need 4 chunks just to get there. So I think you know where I might be heading. Yep, we are here at the combat ring. So currently we have 10 collection log items from here, both tier 1 and tier 2 completed. I'm going to go ahead and knock out the first 4 of tier 3, and then we'll start unlocking some chunks. There is one of them, and there is another, and there is the penultimate item we're currently going for. Let's get the last one. And there we have it, all 4 is now unlocked. Collection log items number 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. And we're going to toss these in the bank in the order we got them. So greaves, plate body, boots, and then finally the helm. So there's what we're currently working with in the collection log item tab. So now we got to pay for all these chunks. There's going to be 180. For 200k, so this is going to be really pricey, but well worth it. Alright, so there's all 4 for a grand total of 750,000 coins. Platinum tokens, add that to the stack for a very healthy looking platinum token stack. So I did not mention, but we did end up getting to 60 crafting from, I believe it was 57. And then we actually got up to 63 magic from doing our money-making methods the past few hours. And we now have access to a Remington. So any music tracks? It looks like we might have got 1. 2. Very, very good. So we can do some mining here, which might be useful as we're only level 30 mining. I don't want to start Motherload mining until I get at least 41 for the rune pickaxe, because we do actually have that chunk unlocked as we unlocked it at the very end of last episode. But most importantly here, we now have access to our player-owned house, and I think we could do Witch's Potion quest over there. So let's just go ahead and enter our home for the very first time, and we get another music track, Home Sweet Home. This looks like my first apartment. And here we are at yet another new chunk. So we get a few quest locations over there. This is used for Dragon Slayer. Not much here, honestly. I mean, we do get... Where is he? Where's Bob? Is he here? Did they take him out? Is it just Da Vinci? Oh, hey-oh. Very nice. Well, this is a perfect time, because we're going to get another level that is 12 Slayer. So we're actually lamping Slayer because Slayer is going to bottleneck us pretty soon, as Slayer sends you across the entire map of Runescape, and as you could tell, we don't really have much of the map of Runescape unlocked. So getting Slayer up now will be very beneficial for once we start temple trekking, because temple trekking is going to be our main Slayer training method, at least for a while. I have no idea what our goal level will be, but lamping it now just to get the head start. Forgot I actually needed some GP for the charter ship, but now is a perfect time to cast our home teleport spell for the very first time. And go through the portal and instant access. That is nice. Alrighty, so before we actually travel there, Let's go ahead and unlock the Ardougne chunk itself, because we're going to be getting off the ship right here, so this will be in this chunk. Let's go ahead and get that unlocked. Now, this is a physical form of travel, so we can travel there. It is within the rules. So let's head there. Oh no, I went to the wrong place. I went Oh man, let's go ahead and head back and retry that. That's the very first time that's ever happened. Well, it has to happen to everyone at least once. We did get 3 music tracks by accident. A momentary lapse in judgment. Let's go to Ardougne this time. Okay, there we go. Now we're in the chunk we belong in. So here we are, the city of Ardougne. Alright, and here's the last chunk we are going to unlock. Now we can walk through here. My literal 10 years of Iron Man experience, getting Ardougne capes, teleporting there, and running through this way to get to the bank, has taught me that this is a walkable area. Let's go ahead and unlock this last chunk, the Tower of Life chunk. Alright, and we now have the chunk unlocked. Looks like we get another music track. And there is the Tower of Life quest completed. I think we'll get a thieving level from that. Yep, 18 thieving and 18 construction. Oh, and we got 750 total level. Now, I really wish this builder's outfit was a little more useful, as it's purely a cosmetic. Ideally, this should have been the outfit for construction, but alas, they made a different outfit for construction. Alright, so the first 2 things we are going to kill is the Newtster, the Nerutster, and the Unicow, both of which have the satchels that drop from them at a rate of 1.666 repeating. So it should be super common. I brought 8 of each, so I can get at least 8 kills of each one. Let's make sure to not go to Brimhaven. Yep, there we go. So we're gonna go for those 2, and then after that I have a specific plan I do want to try. Alright, so I believe this one is for the Newt Rooster. So let's put this one on there, and then put a feather on there. 1 eye of Newt, 1 feather, and then you activate, and then this creature appears, we kill it, and then we can get back from this 4 to 10 eyes of Newt, and I'm not sure if they're noted or not. I want to say that's probably a RD diary requirement to have these items noted. Yep, so they're not noted, so I'm not going to bother picking any of them up other than the unicorn horns. So let's just keep at this until we get it. Oh, and there it is, the Rune Satchel. I don't think that took more than, 4 kills to get that. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Now, off to the next one, the Unicow, which I believe is right over here. And there it is, the Green Satchel. That took only 2 kills. Pick up all these unicorn horns. Now, I was thinking, since I'm already over on this side of the map, I do want to get to Port Khazard. This has most notably the fishing trawler minigame within it, and I believe this is this location for a charter ship, so we can get here both ways, but I'm going to walk there. Additionally, this offers, I don't think any clue locations, but it does have a couple achievement diary locations connected to it, but mainly the fishing trawler is all we really care about, because that's 4 additional collection log slots. And then with the second item, we're actually going to unlock the fight arena. Now, this is basically a dead chunk, as I don't think any clues take us here, but just 1 quest. Maybe, I think actually maybe 1 elite clue takes us here. Other than that, we're just doing the fight arena quest here. So let's go ahead and unlock these 2 chunks. And let's go ahead and deposit these into the bank as item 40 and 41 respectively. Now comes the little bit of a painful part. We're now entering the 200k per chunk. So let's go ahead and get 200k out for this chunk, as well as 205 for the next chunk. So we're paying 405k for fishing trawler in the fight arena. No problemo there. Add this to the stack, and we are going to exponentially start increasing both our platinum token stack and exponentially decreasing our cash stack. We've already used 1.2 mil, but it's all good. Alright, so let's walk into our brand new chunks. Looks like we get one music track, and then the chunk border was here, so I just unlocked them both at the same time. So let's go ahead and walk one step into that chunk, which is right here. And it doesn't look like we get any music tracks, but we will during the quest. So alright, we now have access to the fishing trawler. Now, we only have 12 fishing, so we can't even equip the fishing trawler outfit, the anglers, once we get it. It's just gonna kind of sit there on the back burner for now. We'll visit this chunk again in the near future, I'm sure. But mainly we're here to do the fight arena quest, because that's going to give us some decent attack experience, should get us close to level 50. And I want to take advantage of questing now while it means something, because it'll be diminishing returns if we're, let's say, level 65 attack. We're not going to get any benefit out of doing the quest. But currently, it'll save us about 40 minutes of actually training attack to do this 10-minute quest. So, oh, and there is a notable level 45 farming. We can now grow maple trees, and we can actually access the farming guild itself. Now, we're very, very, very far away from the farming guild, so it's not going to be used anytime soon. But it is nice to know that we can actually get into there and talk to Lady Serval. This will be quest completed. The fight arena quest is now completed. Tons of attack and thieving experience. 49 attack, and that should get us, 22 thieving. Nice to bypass a few attack levels, as we've never really quested any of our combat levels, and it's nice to not have to spend 4 hours killing stuff to get levels. So I think next I want to move on to some fishing. Get my fishing up to level 30-ish or so. We can start fishing trawler at, I believe, level 15. Not entirely sure where it is. I'm pretty sure it's level 15 though. We'll just move on to some fishing. So a moment ago I had mentioned that I want to start utilizing quests to their full advantage currently, because once we start progressing our account, we're no longer going to be getting the full benefits from doing quests other than the quest itself, which is still a benefit, but we want to use the XP rewards from certain quests to our advantage now, and I want to use that for both fishing and mining. Now, fishing, I can do the Sea Slug quest, which it'll require these two chunks here. So I'll need to get 2 collection log items for those, but that would get us up to about 27 fishing, skipping out on most of the early levels and getting us pretty much straight to salmon. And then for mining, we're currently level 30. We can actually do the dig site quest pretty soon. We just need a couple skill requirements, which we can do now since we have Herblore unlocked. And we need 2 more chunks for that, totaling 4 chunks for quests we're going to do in the future anyways. Might as well go ahead and do them now while they matter for our XP rewards. So let's start working towards getting 4 collection log items. Alright, let's see if that is the last event we need for 5,000 bark. So close. Oh man, I gotta wait around for one more event. Well, that was a good time to say that we are 73 woodcutting, halfway to 74, as well as we have a ton, and I mean a ton, of pheasant feather tails. We can complete the outfit, so that's 1 collection log slot right there. And then, yeah, like I said, 6 bark away. And in case you're wondering, if you noticed that the audio sounded a little different, I'm currently testing different audio settings, so once I land on something that sounds proper, I'll let you know, but for now, just bear with it, I guess. So sorry. And to speak of the event, we just got another one just like 5 minutes after that one. Super convenient for us. We should now have, the 5,000 bark that we need. So the next item we're going to be going for is the Twitcher's Gloves. Now these gloves give, I believe, a 20% chance to receive a certain type of nest, and you can set that nest to whatever nest you feel like, whether it be seed, ring, or egg nest. And that's pretty huge, because we can set it to egg nests. And if you don't know, eggs are actually used in the woodcutting guild on some kind of giant bird's nest, I guess. And you have a very slim chance to obtain the evil chicken outfit from doing that. All 4 pieces of which should be on the collection log. if we search evil. And yeah, they're on the miscellaneous tab, but each one of these are super rare, so the best way to obtain it is to just literally slowly build up your egg stack and just hope you get good RNG. But we're gonna go for those gloves now. So let's go and unlock those, and let's go ahead and get out 15 of these, because we should be on our last piece of the pheasant outfit we need. Alright, so they take 5,000 bark and 500 willows, of which we chopped 2,500 during this grind, so we had plenty of logs to spare. 5,000 bark, 500 willows, let's go ahead and buy it. And there is the Twitcher's gloves. Very nice that we actually have a pretty decent glove to wear while we're woodcutting. And then we can go to settings, and then change it to, ooh, even clues on here, I didn't know that. Yeah, we're definitely going to be setting this to egg for the foreseeable future. And then we can make the last piece of the pheasant outfit, which I'm pretty sure is the pheasant cape. Okay, yep, it is the pheasant cape, so that is now unlocked as well. So we have 2 collection log items now. Now we can go and unlock 2 more chunks once we pay for them. So let's put these in the bank in the order we got them. So the gloves, followed by the cape. Now our next 2 chunks are going to cost 210k, 215k respectively. And yeah, we don't have enough money, but we do have some decent stuff here to sell, as well as all of these herbs and limpworts. We've been farming, we're going to reap what we sow. Alright, so we have 2 more things to sell here, but I'm looking forward to this. Over 1 mil just from between forestry and farm runs. That is literally the actual gold mine. We made 1.1 mil in 4 hours of forestry maybe, and a couple days of farming, maybe 3 or 4 IRL days of farming. From 1 patch, literally all from 1 patch. So we can immediately go ahead and pay for the next 2 chunks, being 210 and 215. Still leaves us with just over 1 mil cash. Add those to the stack, and we're now over 5 mil in platinum tokens. Alrighty, so we are at the chunk border, so let's go ahead and unlock this chunk. There we have it. We now have the Witchaven. I believe this is Witchaven. Yeah, okay. Just making sure. At the part of the quest where we need to access, unfortunately, the fishing platform, which is basically a dead chunk, as I think there's only this clue, or I think there's only this quest, maybe 1 clue location, and then we might come back here 1 other quest, but this is so far the deadest chunk we've had to unlock. So let's go ahead and unlock it. There we go. Fishing platform unlocked as chunk number 43. Let's go ahead and travel. There's the 7.1k fishing experience. We have now completed Sea Slug quest. Got some oysters, as well as 27 fishing, skipping out on so many early levels. The last elk, there it is. We're at 15,000 coins in the alchemy room for 30k XP drop. We're at 307 pizzazz points in the alchemy room. We have the 200 telekinetic, the 300 now alchemist points, these 200 graveyard points, and now we just need, I believe it's 2,000 enchantment points, and then we can get the Bones to Peaches. Now when you actually buy the Bones to Peaches spell, you don't actually get any item for buying the Bones to Peaches. It's literally just an empty item collection log slot. I don't know how to explain that any other way other than you just don't get an actual tangible physical item. So what I'm going to do is buy a pair of bones. Once we unlock the spell, we'll cast it on this pair of bones and then put the preceding peach in the collection tab so we have an actual item to put in there. And I'm like 90% sure I fixed the audio, so I do apologize if a couple of the previous clips didn't sound too good. Now, I have this beginner clue in my bank that I want to do. It's a Charlie the Tramp step, so I'm going to go ahead and try it. and see if we have any sort of luck with it. Well, we don't have any sort of luck because we got basically one of the 4 or 5 steps we cannot complete. It's the West of the Champions Guild dig spot. You can actually sell sturdy beehive parts, and you can sell extra pheasant tail feathers. I have 55 of these extra. I've been getting tons of events while I'm mobile. You can actually sell all of these back to the shop, and you can get bark. I had no idea you could do this. So if we shop here, I think we just select. Yeah, we can sell these. We need to keep one in the bank, which we already have. So we sell all of these for a clean 1,000 extra bark, which is about 1 hour of forestry. So I think I previously mentioned that all I need to get Bones to Peaches currently is just get the enchantment room points, which we're actually very close to level 5 enchant. It requires level 68, and we are very close to 68. We're going to get it in the room. So I'm going to go ahead and buy myself some water runes for now. I should buy the mud staff, so let's just see how much the mud staff is. It's a collection log item, but let's just see how much. Okay, it's only 22,000 coins. I'm going to go ahead and buy this. Okay, it sells for 30k. Okay, 26, 20, 203, whatever. But we now have the mud battle staff. Now, in the rules, if I do end up getting this, or I should say when I end up getting this from DKs, I will have to sell this and convert it to platinum tokens, but the mud battle staff is just so cheap. It's a low risk item for me to do. This deposit should get us to 68 magic. We can now do Dragonstone Jewelry Enchanting, which I don't believe that we get any more points per enchantment here. We could test it. Previously we were getting 6. Okay, no, we do get more points. We're getting 7 now. Yeah, it's a direct point upgrade as well as a direct experience boost. So right here, this should be 2,000 enchantment room points. We can now, let's go ahead and do this last one. Deposit these. We can now go purchase ourselves the Bones to Peaches spell. Alright, let's go ahead and trade with the Reward Guardian right here. Click on Bones to Peaches. We now have every single room done. Confirm Bones to Peaches. And that is a collection log item, even though there is no item itself. For some strange reason, you don't even get a scroll. But there is collection log item number 44. Let's turn these bones into peaches. And then this will be our item for the Bones to Peaches. So let's go ahead and release that and deposit a peach. So I am really enjoying this new Mage training arena. All the changes they made are fantastic. I would definitely give this a go if you haven't already. I know you don't like it. I know most people do not like Mage training arena, but I promise it's truly not as bad as you think. It is fantastic Mage experience, as I went from level 62 all the way to 68 magic just getting Bones to Peaches. Literally just Bones to Peaches alone got me from 62 to 68. Now, it only took about 2.5, maybe 3 hours tops. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And last thing I do want to mention is that this is a hard lumberage and drainer, for some reason, requirement for the diary. You can't use a tablet, a Bones to Peaches tablet for this. You have to cast the spell yourself. So as for the second item we're going to get to unlock the dig site area to do the quest is going to be the Beginner's Wand. A very cheap item. As you can see, it's going to take like 20 minutes maybe to get total. And whenever we do have to upgrade the wand, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But for now, let's go ahead and get a cheaper item so we can do the dig site quest. Oh, we got ourselves a bee random. I think I might be able to get a collection log item from this. Let's see. Yep, there it is. The beekeeper's hat. Pretty lucky. I don't think I've gotten flax at all from that event. That is now collection log item number 45 on the account. We could technically go do the dig site quest right now, but I want to go ahead and stick to it, get this beginner's wand. But there is item 45 to the tab. Wow, yeah, the Bones to Peaches makes a giant difference here in the graveyard room. Alright, so we have all our points, and that took basically 22 minutes, 23 minutes. Beginner's Wand, let's go ahead and buy that. There is the collection log pop-up. So now we have a total of 3 chunks to unlock, 3 chunks at our disposal, and we should have enough money for 2. Definitely not 3, but we should have enough for 2. Alright, let's go ahead and pay for our 2 chunks we are about to unlock. So 220k, 225k. This will be for chunks 44 and 45. Platinum tokens. So there's our payment for the 2 dig site chunks that we need. Now the only thing is we need to do is to get the quest requirement. The dig site, it requires 25 thieving and 10 herb lore. And currently I am at 24 thieving and 3 herb lore. So I'm gonna go get those, and then I'll see you back at the chunk unlock. Alright, so there is both chunks unlocked, and I don't think we got any music tracks from the first one, and I don't think we're gonna get any more. Well, it doesn't look like any new music tracks. Let's go ahead and start this quest. And there it is, the dig site quest is completed. It took about 45 minutes, as it is a very long quest. But there is 37 mining. We skipped out on, that's probably about an hour's of mining. So we needed this quest anyways, it's perfect. And we also got 17 herb lore from that. So now what I want to do is just level out these stats, get 41 mining for the rune pickaxe for Motherload Mining, and then get to 34 fishing for the Trawler's outfit, the Angler's outfit. Alright, with those 2 questing goals kind of out of the way for now, while I work on the fishing and the mining, I'm gonna push towards unlocking all of Ardougne. Now, there's a lot of questing and a lot of achievement diaries locked behind this specific area, and I want to go ahead and knock these 4 chunks out now while they're still relatively cheap. I already have 1 item to use, the Beginner's Wand, on the East Ardougne chunk right here. And then to get these next 3 chunks, I'm going to think of what to do, but I think I'll use Fishing Trawler as at least 1, 2, or even all 3 of those. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and get out our 230,000 coins for that East Ardougne chunk. Convert that to platinum tokens. So now that chunk is paid for. There we have it. There is the East Ardougne chunk. So I'm going to assume we're going to get some music tracks for this. Okay, just 1. Now, Plague City is the quest I was trying to think of, but you can't actually start it until you get this chunk right here. And it's going to take you to this chunk, as well as I believe you have to go right up here in this little tiny sliver of the town in the West Ardougne section, which is unfortunately in that chunk. But we need that chunk for the achievement diary anyways, so it's not a total loss. Right in there we have it. There is 34 fishing. We can now wear the angler outfit. And here is going to be the last iron rock. 4. 41 mining. We can now equip the rune pickaxe and gilded pickaxe, one table if we ever get that. So now, what I'm going to do is go sell this stuff real quick, do a farm run, and then I think I'm going to do some fishing trawler. And here we are on the fishing trawler boat. Murphy over there is saying that the ship will be back in approximately 1 minute, and then we can start our first game of fishing trawler on the account. I haven't done fishing trawler in so long, but I have gotten the angler's outfit on 2 different accounts, so I do know what to expect, but they've changed it a lot recently. I guess not recently, 3 or 4 years ago, but the drop rates are different, everything's different, so it's just more of a tedious grind, but we'll knock it out. We'll get probably all 4 pieces. I think I can expect the full outfit in about 5 hours. Hey, finally, there is the angler's hat. That took 23 trawlers. We're currently sitting on 41 Trawler KC, but we just got a Beekeeper random. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'll miss this game. That is fine by me. Alright, what do we get? Do we get the final piece? Yes, we do. We get the final piece. We just missed the boat, but that is perfectly fine. Oh, that is so good. And I did get the angler top in the previous clip. So yeah, we now have 3 chunks to unlock. So we could go do that Plague City quest whenever we want. But I really want to see this through to the end because I've been here 4 hours already. I just want to be done with it. Oh yes, there it is. Finally, the angler's boots. We're at 51 trawlers. Oh my goodness, I'm so dry of everything. I should have already had the outfit by now, but I already had the entire outfit, but I still need 1 more piece. Once I get that final piece, we'll put it all in the tab. Oh, we got Leo. This is a super good chance at getting another collection log item. Alright, I think I got it all correct. Let's see. Come on, Leo. I know you want to do it. Give me a grave piece. A grave item, whatever it's called. Dang it, man. Well, alright. It knocks out one of these 4 that we could possibly get. So as I come near the end of this fishing trawler journey, I don't have the 4th item yet. I'm still missing the pants. But I should be getting it real soon, I hope. Because I'm 13 trawlers past when I got my last piece, which was the boots. So, this minigame, it needs a lot of help, to say the least. Now, other than the questionable shape of the boat, and the fact that we're just on some random instance area with 4 seagulls in the Kraken tentacles that spawn in, and they're not even facing the correct direction. As you can see there, that one spawns in, hitting the boat. Well, the other one's not spawning, but it spawns on this side, and it faces the complete wrong direction. So this minigame is just truly an abysmal minigame. If they make sailing, there it is. See, it just faces the wrong way. It doesn't make any sense. But if they make sailing anything like this, where it's just bug littered, not going to be good. I'm looking forward to seeing what sailing has to offer and how they're going to approach it. But if it's going to be anything like this, I am not wanting it at all. But it beats aerial fishing somehow. Aerial fishing is pretty dang bad itself. Even with these changes they've come out with these past few years, it's still just not good. The 1 out of 12 rate, it just doesn't seem accurate. Every single person on this boat, apart from apparently this dude right here, it gets this outfit in like 70 trawlers. Supposed to be about 48 on average. See, this person 2 out of 46, 1 out of 48. I myself am 3 out of 64. It's like this, it has to be bugged. The drop rate has to be bugged. And I know it only takes 5 minutes, but still, 5 minutes, you can do 10 an hour because you have to wait 1 minute per run. You can get 10 runs in 1 hour. So it's like, it's so bad. It takes 7 to 8 hours to get this outfit, and the XP is horrible. The construction XP is horrible. The loot you get is horrible. Experience just in general is horrible. Yes, and there it is. You complain so much that you get what you want. There is the final piece, the waders, waters, whatever you want to call them. We have them, and you might too. Let's go check the bank for the final piece. Oh man, that feels so good to have. That took 65 trawlers, and the loot tracker is saying 83.4k made from the fish. I'm gonna go sell it and see if it's truly worth that much. Let's go ahead and take everything off that we got. We actually got 5 collection log items from all of that. I didn't even mention, but we're now up to 50, even 51 collection log items, which we are halfway to 100 now. So let's go ahead and put all of these in the tab in the order we got them. So there is the 5 collection log items we got. So now we can unlock 5 chunks, but we're looking extremely weak on cash. So let's go fix that. Alrighty, so here's all the fish we got. Now, I guess for an Ironman this would be okay, but for a main this is literally bad. Just bad. Total we got from 34 to 46 fishing. A lot of XP. I guess not a lot, but just a lot of levels. And then we actually got from like 18 to 29 construction at 5 experience per hole you patch. I got 8,845 construction XP. Pretty funny. And I think I got maybe 50k fishing XP from all that. Alright, for a whopping 74,868 coins. That is extremely great, huh? But there is one more thing I have to show you about money. Now, we've been doing all our farm runs the past 4 to 5 days now at this point. We're up to, 239 toad flax and 159 limpworts. So if we sell these, and we get a grand total of 919,000 coins from that one farming patch, by the way, I really should start pushing to unlock a few more, but all of our money is being made literally from this one farm patch alone. It's pulling all of the weight. Its back must be killing it. So let's add that to the cash stack for a total of back up to a 1 mil cash stack. Now each chunk is gonna approximately cost between 235 to like 250k, 255k. So this seems like it'll be just enough to unlock 4 chunks. So we need to make a little more money. Alright, so we'll just sell these logs along with the nests. This should be just enough to get us over the threshold for 5 chunks. These willow logs are actually selling for a pretty good amount. And these just dump them in. We get another 176,000, which, yeah, that should be enough to unlock us 5 chunks. So I had to really scrape my bank for a few more 1,000 coins, but we ended up getting just enough. We have 48,000 coins left, and this would be the amount that it would cost us to unlock 5 new chunks. But currently, we don't need all 5, we just need 3. So let's get out 235, 40, 245, 720,000 coins into the tab. And those 3 payments will cover this chunk just above East Ardougne, this chunk, I guess the combat training chunk, and then the West Ardougne chunk. And there we have it. There is all 3 chunks now unlocked. Now we should be able to complete the entirety of Plague City. And there is the Plague City quest completed, 1 quest point, some mining XP, but most importantly, an Ardougne teleport scroll. Read that. We can now teleport to Ardougne. So let's go ahead and do that. That should be like a medium task. Yeah, in the Ardougne area. Now we officially have the tele to Ardougne unlocked. Right now, I think I'm gonna go do Biohazard. Like 80% sure we have all the chunks we need, because it takes us through there, takes us to Remington, there, and then I believe Varrock over here to the pub, right there. Oh, we actually don't have that. Well, we have 2 chunks, we might as well go ahead and unlock this one. So when I get to the part of the quest that I need to unlock this chunk, I'll do that. Alright, and welcome to the 3rd installment of Definitely Not a Bot. A level 3 cooking on this range, weirdly enough in Varrock, using this bank. He has no other stats, 1 in everything, 10 hit points, and 35 million cooking XP. That is 110% a bot. So here we are at the part of the quest where we need to go into this pub, talk to Chansey. So let's go ahead and unlock this chunk. But first, I guess we should go pay for it, huh? Alright, so that's going to be chunk number 50 on the account. So by math, 50 times 5,000 is 250k. Pay that. And then there's the platinum tokens for that, and then it's going to be the angler's boots as payment for that chunk. And there we have it. So now we can continue on with the quest. And there we go. There is the Biohazard quest complete. 3 quest points, 1250 thieving XP, and access to, well, full access to West Ardougne as well as the combat training camp. That should be 26 thieving. Well, since I'm over here, I'm right by this farming patch. Money is quickly becoming an issue. And having this second farming patch unlocked will help tremendously, as I can do 2 farming patches per run. It'll essentially double my profit with farming right now, and we're right here currently, so we might as well go ahead and unlock that. And there we have it. That chunk is now unlocked. Now, I actually just completely forgot to convert these to platinum tokens, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, there is the chunk officially paid for, putting us over 7 mil in platinum tokens, with only 47,000 coins left. Oh, so sad. And I totally forgot to mention that completing the fishing trawler actually green logged our very first activity within the collection log. You can see here all 4 pieces of the fishing trawler have been obtained. That is the first green log. Very exciting stuff to come. So there is one last thing I want to do before I complete the episode, and that is to unlock this chunk right over here, just south of the East Arty chunk, that being the Monastery chunk. And I want to do the 2 quests that are involved in this chunk, the Clock Tower and the Monk's Friend quest. No real need for it right now. I just want to round out the episode, so I want to go back to where we started in the beginning of the episode, get 1 item from the Tower of Life, from the Spidine, the red satchel. So let's go do that, make a little more money, as we have 41k currently, and this next chunk is going to cost us, I think, 260. Oh, and we got a tea flask. I did not know that was coming, but that is the collection log item we need. Now, I do need the red satchel still from these Spidines, but I'll just come back at another time, because I want to go ahead and do it now. But first, we actually need to pay for the chunk. So in the last episode, I believe it was about the full Mystic set, which this blue set is not on the collection log, so I can go ahead and repackage it and sell it. Oh, I think it's close. Yep, we have just enough. So let's go ahead and pay for that last and final chunk. 265,000. There is the platinum tokens. Into the tab. So here's the payment, platinum token wise, and here is the collection log item for the Monastery chunk. Let's go ahead and unlock that and do those 2 quests. And there we go. There is the Monk's Friend quest completed, 2,000 woodcutting, 8 law runes, and a quest point. All pretty much irrelevant at this stage in the account, but nonetheless, we got it done. Now let's go do the Clock Tower, which I don't think we need any chunks, as it should take place all within this. Alright, and a very random quest should be completed now. There we go, 1 quest point and 500 big ones to the cash stack. Again, not really sure why that's a quest, but we got it done nonetheless. Alrighty, we have just enough to buy the rune pickaxe, so I'm going to go ahead to Motherload Mine now and do a bit of AFKing and probably end the video at some point. Well, here we are at the Motherload Mine, the very first time we are coming into this area. As you can see, we have 2 new music tracks unlocked. Now, I'm going to be spending quite a while down here, as there are a total of 6 collection log items locked behind Motherload Mine, and I will be getting these over time. And I've actually not been down here in a long time. This does not look familiar to me at all. Well, I don't know when they added all these extra veins, but this is super nice to have over here. I don't think they had them over here. It seems like they made this place just a little more tolerable. So I think the time is now to go ahead and end the episode here. So I'll put on the screen my stats from before episode 4 to after episode 4, as well as the collection log tab in the bank, and my character summary, which I think is a better way to tell you all of the progress that we made. It shows quests and achievement diaries, as well as time played, so it's nice to see that go up and see how long I spend on each level in each episode and whatnot. And finally, the total number of chunks we have alongside the total chunks we have unlocked. Now, we made quite a lot of progress in this episode, mainly in the Kandarin area. As you can see, we unlocked like 10 chunks on that side of the map. Now, the next episode, I want to focus back on the Asgarnia and Mistlin area, of the free-to-play areas in particular. I have a pretty big scope for the next 2 episodes coming up here, and to do so, I need essentially every chunk in free-to-play unlocked to do so. So next episode, we'll be laying the groundwork for that. So with all that being said, I hope to see you next time on Logging Chunks.